Yeah, my name's Bruce Boughton. I'm the training and development manager at a construction company called Lovell. We build houses. Who can tell me what this is? Any of you know what this building is? Recognise it? The library, well done. Yeah, hey, full marks down. That's Birmingham Library. That's an example of one of the sorts of things that gets built in construction. I work for a company that focuses on house building. This is one of our developments here in Birmingham in West Bromwich. So the houses that you live in, that's something that's been created by the construction industry. And what I'm going to start with today is just showing you the different sorts of things we do in construction. What about this? Anyone recognise this? Aston Villa Football Club, well done, yeah. Oh yeah, not a fan, but whatever football club you've got, the stadium that they're in was built by the construction industry. Good example, so Edgbaston Cricket Ground, another good example of a major investment in the infrastructure there. Now you might not recognise this, but this is about 4 miles away from here. Tesco. It's not a Tesco, that's a good guess. Anyone else got a guess? What, a shopping centre? Good idea. It's actually the Jaguar Land Rover factory just a couple of miles away in Solihull. It's one of the largest open covered spaces for a factory in the UK. And that was a £60 million building, just this bit here, cost £60 million to build. So again, construction industry, not just housing, not just football stadiums, but big factories like that get built by us and have jobs in it as well. And it's not just new buildings that the construction industry is all about. Obviously, lots of buildings already exist and they need to be maintained, they need to be repaired. And there's a big heritage sector for keeping old buildings clean and strong and all the rest of it. Anyone recognise what this is? It's here in Birmingham. Well done, yeah, it's Aston Hall. Well done. Brownie points at the back. Aston Hall in Birmingham. That is another good example. That's just had a major refurbishment, and about 50 people were involved in refurbishing it, cleaning it, making sure that it keeps standing for the next 100 years. Anyone recognise what this is? The Bullring, Selfridges, well done. You're good at the front, you lot. Yeah, that's the Selfridges shop, part of the Bullring shopping centre. Another example of retail. So we've had a brand new shopping centre in Birmingham. Again, built by the construction industry. Millions of pounds it took to build that. And it's not just buildings. Yeah, that's Spaghetti Junction. Yeah, the M6 interchange. Gravelly Hill interchange is its proper name. Again, built by the construction industry. So the roads that you took to get here today, that was built by industry too, as were the sewers, the broadband connections, all that sort of stuff is construction. It's not just the houses that you live in. Here's another example of the construction industry. This is actually the Runway Extension at the airport just next door. So we're at the NEC. Next door is Birmingham International Airport, where you can see here that the runway's been extended, but also this road used to go across the site like that. That had to be taken up and they had to rebuild the road around the edge of the new runway. So that's a nice example of multiple construction projects being on the same area. And I bet some of you have already been to this, the New Street Station. £600 million was invested in building the new station, and another 150 million in the John Lewis store integrated as part of it. At its peak, 3,500 people were working on building the new station. 3,500 people. A lot of people involved. No, our company, we focus on house building. Small compared to some of these big boys, yeah, absolutely. Resorts World, well done, well spotted. Just across the lake from here is the new Resort World. Anyone know how much it costs to build that? Well done. 150 million quid invested in building that. Again, Resort World Centre just across the lake from here. It's an 11-screen cinema, it's a casino, it's a hotel, and it's a multi-storey car park. Again, several hundred people were involved in building that. And this is one final example of the sorts of things we do in the construction industry. Anyone recognise that? Yeah, it's the waste to energy plant, just this small heath, Tyseley. A good example. Yeah, you probably passed it on the A45. Ah, right, excellent, good. So all those are examples of the sorts of things we do in the construction industry. Everything to do with the world we live in is built by the construction industry. There are hundreds of jobs in it. Whatever your skills, whatever your strengths, there'll be a job in the construction industry that you want to do. Here's some examples of the different jobs in the construction industry for you. Loads. These are examples of some of the salaries of people in the construction industry. A good example, you can earn decent money in the construction industry. Lots of different roles. So this is the construction cycle. Starts off with design, goes through materials, building, and finishing the site. Lots and lots of different jobs. It's not just brickwork, carpentry, site management. I work in HR looking after training and development and stuff. Just to finish on apprenticeships. Apprenticeships are really good because you can go to college 1 day a week and then work for the rest of the on site 4 days a week. It's very good, so you get paid as well as getting your qualification. There's loads of different apprenticeships available. Those are some of the jobs, but bricklaying, carpentry are the big ones, but there's lots of other things as well as that in there. So if you're interested in a career in construction, lots of things you can do. Google construction, go to the Go Construct website. That's got loads of information about careers in construction on there. Thank you for listening. If you've got any questions, I'll hang around at the back. Appreciate it. Thank you.